2, 1, go.
Yes.
Okay, for the love of God, it's working.
Nice. Finally. We
Yeah,
did it, man. We
yeah,
did it.
we did. Now it's just the scoreboard missing. Very interesting, but we'll proceed like that because yeah, it's unbelievable. But hey, it's fine. So
We are inside.
we'll improvise. It's fantastic. So welcome everyone. DemEyesRed here, and I'm being joined by GoldenEnd, and this is round number 1 of the beautiful Rise to Glory tournament. We are with the greatest of USA and SY, and we'll start on the left hand side. The flank of SY is Vivi, aka Fat Pig, with the Ethiopians. The pocket is Yo with the Franks in the red color. And then on the right, we have Jibatong with the Mongols. On the other side, we have Ink as the Malians flank of Team USA. Influenza is going to be the pocket here with Franks. And last but not least, we got Lock with the Britons as the other flank. So, Ethiopians, Franks, Mongols versus Malians, Franks, Britons. Any thoughts about this one so far?
I'm thinking about Gibaton picking Mongols. That's pretty interesting. I didn't expect that, but it might work good because now they have a lot of line of sight on the scout. They might go for some laming. I don't know.
Yeah, it
But
might be.
yeah, the Civ should be better for USA team. But the Mongols is interesting. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, it's interesting indeed because normally one would expect that they have two archer civilizations and then just one, knight civilization, so to speak. In this case, with the Mongols, I mean, who are also able to do these things, but their specialty is, of course, profiting from the fact that they get a lot of food in the beginning with the hunting bonus, and then they can go for a really juicy scouts rush. But then, as you said, maybe the additional line of sight might be some laming possibility. Do you think from SY that is something to expect? Laming wise?
I don't think they're gonna go for laming. I think they're confident to themselves. I think they will try play standard and just win fast. But let's see.
Okay, let's check it out. Um, yeah, if we let's look at these teams once again, we would have on the left hand side Ethiopians versus Britons, for example. This is also quite of a nice matchup, if you ask me, because it's two different types of archers that would meet up with each other. The ones are firing faster, the ones might have some bonus when it comes to the distance. Which one do you prefer, actually? Is it more Ethiopian's flank or Britain's flank that you would like to have?
I would say a lot of people say Britons, but I would say Ethiopians because if you into a 1-to-1 fight, I think the archers shoot so fast, and it's even you can also do tumbling with Ethiopians and then shoot even faster.
Yeah,
So I would say Ethiopians.
yeah, I can
But yeah,
understand.
they're close. They're close. But yeah, I think Ethiopians should. I really like Ethiopians.
Yeah, I would say so as well. That there's some nice thing to them for sure. I will try to have an eye
Oh, look
on.
at that!
Yeah.
Fat Pig lost the villager. Or am I too far? Where are you?
No,
Did
I
you see
exactly
that?
saw it as well, man. Wow, just this very
Nice.
moment. Okay, okay, perfect. This is very nice that we have a synchronized stream. Then that's awesome. Yeah, bad start for Vivi
I also see
for
a death
influenza.
for influenza, but what is
Exactly,
that?
he lost the will as well. So
Oh,
both
as
pairs
well.
slightly sloppy here. Influenza, man, my bro, what are you doing? But okay,
There
let's
might be
see.
a lot of lag.
Yeah, that's true as well, right? I mean, we have USA China. I guess that is quite some disgusting type of lag that we could expect here. Not so nice, not so nice. I strongly reckon. So the players are going for the next stage, and that is Jibatong, who has clicked up first, as expected with the Mongols, and he is on 2 lumber camps. Just FYI, no gold or anything like that. I sense that someone is potentially gonna go for some scouts here. Am I wrong with this assumption? Do
Hmm.
you think we will see some archers regardless, or skirms right away?
Ooh, this is hard. I think it looked like a scout build indeed, but then they are going both scouts because I think the Yo is also doing scouts, so that should be double scouts from SY. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think that's great at all. They can just mass spearmen and they are fine. But let's
Potentially,
see.
yeah. Hmm. No, you're right.
Hmm.
It could be countered.
Interesting.
Okay, so let's check this one out. Ink on the other side, by the way, with foibles on gold here. Also an interesting build order,
Oh,
if you ask me. Not really
but
sure.
Fat Pig is coming with militia.
Yeah, that's true as well. So back at home, he is on Nothing. What is he doing, man? What is Vivi actually? Is he just rushing here? What
Seems
kind
like
of
it.
is that rush into
First that's
arches?
castle.
Boy, if that's
I
fast
think
castle,
first
man.
that's castle, and then the Yo's gonna back up with scouts to his side, and then probably Jim Dog is gonna play on his own
Do
because he's doing scouts.
do you like it that someone on a 3v3 is going for a fast castle, or do you think that's a bit risky there?
Depends how much time he can get with his rush, but for now he's not getting any time. But I think that they can do it. It seems like Locke AOC is also doing a man at arms rush, but he's just staying at home. So that's really good for Fat Pig,
Yeah,
actually.
that's really ideal. By the way, just for the record, Ink has lost a Vil as well. Forward Vil got sniped by Jibbatong Scout. That seemed very easy. It's unfortunate that it happened that conveniently, but this is how things are going so far aggression-wise. Otherwise, not too much actually, especially from Jibbatong. I'm expecting a lot now. He's indeed gone for scouts, and as I said, with the additional help of Yo, it could be double scouts, but Yo is going somewhere else, it seems. They are now focusing completely on Locke, and we see a lot of militia from both Locke, Vivi, and Yo tries to help out as well. Locke now with men-at-arms, and the numbers seem to be winning. But in the end, the men-at-arms upgrade proved to be quite efficient here, resulting in a equal situation in the end.
More or less equal.
Yeah.
Well, and let's see how Locke is gonna defend from all these scouts. They're running to Purple's base, to his base, but he seems to be okay for now.
Now that's gonna be very interesting.
Where's Influenza going? Seems to go straight to Mr. Yo, but he seems walled, or almost walled.
Yo's almost wall indeed. That's some very ambitious walling right there, but that's gonna be nice for him because then ideally he's not gonna get rushed or anything like that anymore, and he can go for the castle age as soon as possible. That's about Influenza indeed. He's going for him. What is his scouting information about Yo as well? Nothing. They have. I'm just looking at Influenza's point of view. He doesn't know too much. The others.
He doesn't know about the
Wow,
walls.
the whole team doesn't know about the situation of Yo, so it's gonna be a surprise, a bad one. At the same time, Jibbatong now with his scouts on the right hand side, trying to harass Ink there. Ink with a set of archers, but we also see skirms for Jibbatong. So yeah, I mean, of course,
That's actually a nice choice. He's just playing by himself and just adding. He knows he can't kill alone with scouts, so he's just adding some skirm. But yeah, it's tricky now. If Franks is gonna come with scouts, they're gonna clean all the skirms. But
yeah,
and it seems like Influenza is going to the other side, so that's also good for us. Well.
yeah, it's not that ideal. Flu's not able to actually go through and do some damage. That is unfortunately
And
not
also,
enough.
VV is gonna be Castle Age. Hey, that's gonna be tricky.
Yeah, it's so interesting that he's been actually able to do that without any kind of punishment. And what can we expect from Ethiopian's player going for the cast stage? I do think we'll see a lot of archers very soon, a lot of crossbowmen. Once that happens, of course, it will be very tough. Yo also successfully harassing Influenza here. We see at least one dead Vil, maybe two dead Spearmen.
Yeah.
And he's still not giving up. Of course, the Franks bonus with additional HP, very convenient. This will be very tough for USA now. And the situation on the right-hand side still not solved, by the way. Ink is suffering a lot. If we look at the villager count here, Influenza 27, Ink 29, Locke at least on 33, but all the SY players more than 30. It's looking quite grim, the beginning for the USA players.
Yeah, well, the walling of Mr. Yo and Fat Pig is interesting. They wall till their gold, till their main gold, but you can actually hit that pretty easy with archers.
Exactly.
So it's really interesting how they did that.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are fine for now because they're not really going there.
Yeah, just right now Locke is there with, just 3 archers, which is not the end of the world, I would reckon. They do have fledging, but this will not be the end of the world. Normally, as you said, with those golds, you would then see a tower that would protect them, but there's no such thing. Maybe a sign of confidence from SY, but I don't know. Probably they just feel that they have everything under control, and as they're going for the next stage, and Vivi is there already, they just reckon that they will have a good time dealing with any upcoming aggression from their opponents.
Locke is too late with those archers now. Joe is almost cast away, so he will be able to deal with that. Few archers, and few scouts.
Yeah, that will be very tough. Once Yo's in cast stage, we can expect some double stable knights at least. Depending on how they feel, they could even go more aggressively. But now it's the time when USA tries to focus on the opponent's pocket position. There we see a set of archers now, also some scouts, and Yo successfully driven away from his gold. And inside of his base, there's no further gold, so he might struggle with that one.
Well, Fat Pig is also cleaning those archers.
It's not ideal so far. Flo is now on the way to the next stage. He's the first one of his team, but he's gonna be there in just 20 minutes of the game, so that is also not ideal. He's supposed to have a lot of knights ready very soon. That's easier said than done, due to the fact that he's been harassed as well. He's trying his best. Let's see how that's gonna go.
Yeah, it's looking really hard. I'm trying to find something that is ahead for USA, but there's nothing.
No.
I can't find anything that's looking better for them. It's looking really hard. The only thing that they might have is that Gibbeton army is just mostly skirms and probably easy to clean by influenza.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see if that's gonna work out though. I am quite, well, let's say pessimistic for the situation of USA currently, because on both sides they have not been too impressive. There's been a good start for both flanks as well. Therefore, Yo had a very convenient time to actually make sure that he's gonna be fine as well. And the knights are now on the way. The knights currently with +1/+1, of course with additional HP due to the fact that they're franks. No need for bloodlines. And this is actually looking quite okay. On the right hand side, Flu now trying to utilize his remaining scouts, but not for the better. Actually, it's not achieving too much. Interestingly, Jibatung still placing the tower there to keep his stone safe. And we all know what happens if the Mongols player is on stone heavily. There's something we can expect amongst all those skirms. It could be a lot of Mango divers that we can expect, I guess.
Oh, let's see. Blue on red, and they're gonna happen. A fight's gonna happen. Let's see.
Yeah, very soon they're gonna approach, and I find it still very nice that Flu has a nice set of knights ready now.
Yeah,
We'll have
yes,
a
good amount of
comparison.
knights.
Yeah, but I assume, yeah, they're at least missing just one upgrade, the forging upgrade, in comparison to Yo. Yo has both +1/+1, so he might be superior, but Influenza going for the numbers and actually not engaging on the left hand side. Or is he? He's now returning, and he is about to go in there, it seems. Now we have a classical situation, crossbowmen, knights versus knights, and unfortunately just archers, because Loki needs a bit more time. There we go, crossbowman upgrade, and very soon botgun arrow. And with that one, he might have a very good shot here to defend himself. But we'll see how exactly that is going to go, because Vivi and Yo are ignoring the fight, and they will potentially go over to Flu's base.
Yeah, it's looking so tough. Ink is cast. I'm really surprised Influenza never went to the other side to kill those skirms from Gibato.
Yeah.
I never saw anything from Influenza at Ink's base, but he should have gone there, in my opinion. Because now Ink has to play defensive all the time, and he can't do anything against those skirms. And that's really bad.
Very true, very true. I mean, it's also very interesting that the Mongols player is just given enough time to actually go for a lot of skirms and then do the massive transition into basically, I mean, I was going to say it will be castle very soon, but no, he's just booming at this point.
He can do that. There's no real pressure yet.
Yeah. That's so nice. Very, very nice. So that will be very problem. Ink is just stuck inside of his own base, and on the left hand side, still back and forth, back and forth. Both knights there are trying to mess up the numbers here. And if we look at that, we have 12 military units versus 14 of Yo. That looks actually quite equal here. But still, I feel that SY has the upper hand because they're closer to the opponent than the other way around. Depends on what the others are going to do. They're coming very dangerously close now. Locke is in need of a solution here. Yeah, that would be tough now. That would be tough. you have any recommendation at this point what USA should do to actually get out of this very situation?
Resign. There's no way anymore. It's already too far. They are already too far ahead, in my opinion.
Yeah, it looks weird. I mean, look at Ing's villager count there, 35. And Jibatong in comparison on 56. That's very unfortunate. This might be actually the last situation that we see.
That tower slowed him down as well. Well, in the other side, Locke did some tower. That slowed his boom down. And Fat Pig is already on 80 vills almost. It's really hard.
Yeah, it's quite nice how the SY players are booming. Even Jibatung is doing a great job here. Having invested so much food for the sake of more skirmishes and now still on 3 TCs, somewhat stably working. And USA just desperately trying to hold the ground over there. But at least Locke is actually doing an acceptable job here. I mean, he is defending successfully. He has the better numbers. He also is making use of the defender's advantage with close by archery ranges. But as I said, the boom at some point, SY's boom, is going to be overwhelming. And it's just a matter of time, I feel.
Let's see who's gonna go in first. I'm checking the resources. Seems like nobody yet. It seems like they're just investing into castles. That's fine.
Yeah.
Finally, I see Influenza Knights on the other side, trying to find those skirms.
Yeah, they're now going for it. And they will not be there soon enough to deny a castle, because now it's Jibatong's time with a somewhat healthy economy to pump out a couple of Mangodai and then just to go for more raiding. The skirmishers on the right hand side currently chasing the army of Ink. Ink is in a very, very grim situation still, with 45 villagers versus 70 of Jibatong. He must defend himself, but every villager he loses brings him one step closer to actually resign here. That is very, very bad for his economy, obviously. And in the meantime, SY is still in front of Locke's base. Very soon, they will be about to go in it.
Aye.
Yeah, that is tough, man.
What minute are you now?
I'm at 30. Are you a bit
30, okay. I'm a bit ahead. I'm 30. So I'm gonna slow down a bit.
Oh, just a couple of seconds though. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, it might be slightly slower because of capture issue, just slightly.
Fat Pig is going Imperial and doing headguard, though, so he should be super ahead.
Yeah, that is gonna be insane, of course. Very soon we'll have Arbalest, as long as they don't die. And that is very, very bad, obviously, for Influencer now. He has taken all the pressure. He has been able to clean up the mess on the right-hand side, by the way. Jibatong is now being stopped. But that's just a matter of time, because in the background he's massing up his Mangodai, and very soon he's going to be going in as well. And Influencer now needed on the right-hand side, in the middle, very soon also on the left-hand side. A lot of soon-to-be Arbalists of Vivi still standing on the hill, together with the army of Yo. They're successfully marching forward now. But I also like how Locke is working here, always staying on that hill, making sure that he has better attack, and that is very much needed, of course.
Okay, where are you now? So make sure we're
32, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yes, that's fine.
Awesome.
Now I'm in the same.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's the fight. I find it really impressive how Yo's just still taking that downhill fight, trusting Vivi's attack output here, and I'm not so sure if that was the right decision of Yo here, actually. He has lost the majority of his knights, but so did Influencer.
Well, actually, Locke is going to Imp, and that might can do something. I don't know.
Yeah, I find that he's doing a great job here in this game. I mean, from his team, I believe the most impressive performance. Let's see where this is going, because the game is still not decided, it seems. Ink is at least on 70 vills, just for the record. It has helped what Influencer did here, also very important. Maybe also underappreciated by me here, but definitely that was very important what he did, helping out Ink. And there we go, Vivi now in PLH. What about the others? Everyone is actually going to PLH here very soon.
Yep.
But Influencer under massive pressure now. The knights are flooding in. There's little army that can protect him here. He's on his own. He needs the help of actually Locke here. Locke has a massive army of 34 crossbowmen. But he needs more time, because they know that Vivi is going to have chemistry, bracer very soon. That will be deadly for Influenza. That's a tough
Well,
one.
Influenza's villagers are just idle in the TC now. That's really bad.
No, he tries to actually kill the enemy crossbowman, but
Well, still, even if you kill some, your economy is idle. That's really
yeah,
bad.
that is for sure. That is for sure. Yeah. It's not good. So, Locke on the way. He's in a PLH now. Where are the upgrades? He needs to get the attention of the opponents. Needs to drag
Oh,
him out
Bracer,
of.
Arbalest.
Yeah, it's incoming. It's incoming, but it'll take a bit of time because now actually Vivi can conveniently come closer with his Arbalest with 4 attack additionally.
Well,
Yes,
seems
chemistry.
like the manga dice are also coming, and Jibbatong is almost Imperial, and then how are you going to stop the manga dice now with some Cavaliers from France? You can't.
Yeah,
It's just silly bad.
no.
And Ink, it seems like he's also behind.
Yeah, definitely. He is 20 volts at least behind, and he's still on wheelbarrow. By the way, he's the only player with wheelbarrow in the game currently. Not because he just forgot about this, but due to the fact that he was just massively behind and couldn't just invest easily. Yeah, but I love it what SY did here. They constantly kept the fight on the left-hand side, knowing that Jibbatong is going to have a transition into Mangodai that might take a long, long time, as we know. And he was not punished for it, right? Because SY kept all the focus on the left-hand side. The right-hand side was untouched, so to speak. And now we see Jibbatong conveniently going out here with a forward castle.
GG, I already have the GG call. Where are you?
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me fast forward
That
here.
guy.
Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, I'm taking the last fight over here on GG indeed. There we
Yeah,
go.
in influenza base. All right.
Okay, okay. The Yo even about to go for Paladin here. Okay, so well, that was unfortunate to say the least, I guess, for USA.
Pretty one-sided game.
Yeah, pretty one side. I believe.
Well, that's why he's strong. So.
At no point actually USA was on the other half of the map, because of practically what has happened. Also some smart walling by the players on the left from Yo and Vivi especially was good enough to actually keep the scouts out. A very unconventional move of Jibbatong to go for scouts himself. But in the end, they were more successful and it has worked. The first game won, and we can now go back and I can hopefully fix the issue with the scoreboard, however that can be, but I'll see into that right now. Just a second, and then we can proceed with the next game.
All right.
Let me see.
Let's see what map they're gonna pick. USA for game 2.
Yeah, exactly. There's a different set of maps, and that was always nice to see. Nice to see.
I mean, I know Influenza is a Nomad player, but I don't see any Nomad in the map pack, so
Yeah.
that sucks for him.
Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, true. The Nomad Legends not able to play on his home map. Maybe there's going to be something else they will be able to make use of just for the information of every viewer. So, there's a raffle going on, and we are distributing Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition Steam keys. If you want to win that one, type in !raffle. Then you can participate. For that one, you must be a follower of the channel, though, for it to work. And subs get double the chance. If you're a sub already, or if you want to sub, it might be still cheaper than just going for the game itself. For your information, we have the keys, and we'll be distributing them in about an hour or so. Type in !raffle for that one, and we'll make it happen. Okay, so that said, we'll proceed with the next game. So,
Right.
Golden, I just hope that this time we'll be able to do it somehow, because it was...
I will try. I will pause the game when I'm inside, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just tell me whenever you are in and have paused the game. Okay.
Yeah. Go.
Are you ready?
I'm paused now. I'm in 3 seconds.
Okay, I'll try something out, something really wild here.
Oh, nice map.
Okay, just
What's
a second.
this map?
Just a second. Okay. Yeah, then we can actually start. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes.
And I just pray now that everything is fine, that no one is hurt. And we'll switch the game, the screen. Yeah.
Does it work or not?
There's no scoreboard, interestingly. I have no idea. I just don't. I don't wanna. Yeah, it's okay. Just having a static scoreboard would. Yeah. Anyway, so it's interesting. Okay, so what is up, everyone? DemEyesRed here once again, together with GoldenEnd, and we are on migration. And indeed, that is a very interesting map.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's point out where they are first of all. Even though on this map it doesn't matter that much, you might say, but we have the Japanese player Ink on the left hand side. The pocket is going to be Influenza with the Spanish, and on the right hand side we got Locke with the Malay. On the other side, Vivi is the flank again with Malay as well. We have a Malay war on the right hand side in theory, and then Yo with the Malians pocket, and last but not least Jibatong with Portuguese.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting indeed. So, there is quite some differences. We got only Malay, that is the common civ here between the two. But then we have Malians, we have Spanish, we have Japanese, we have Portuguese. That might have different reasons. Why do you think Spanish could be useful on this map?
Well, there is not a lot of resources on your main island, so I think Influenza is gonna go cast a drop in the middle and just try to get control that. And
Yeah.
then at some point, the SY should run out in their own island with their resources. So
Yeah,
I think it's hoping for that to win.
Mm.
I think I really like that actually, to get the middle early. Because nobody from your team can go to the middle if there are Kongs
Yeah.
controlling the middle.
Yeah, that's true indeed. That would be very tough, and you're right. I mean, on migration, the basic idea is that at some point you need to migrate because you have only limited resources, and then you take over the map. And the earlier you do that, the better. And the Spanish might be very suitable. You got enough stone for a couple of castles, and that might be a thing. Also, we have two Malay player here. Do you think having the Malay is gonna have a significant impact on the game here in this one? Is it important to have them?
They are good as well, always. They get like, when they're hoping they get like +2 villagers because they up faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, they always have like better economy, so that's really strong. And they can also, in Imperial, they can go for those harbors, which are decent, I would say.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, they both have melee, so it's not a difference there.
Right. Right. Okay. That is still going to be something to keep in mind. And yeah, Nomad says something very important. Keep in mind, crisscrosses in the map pool. If they picked it, that could be a reason for Italians and so on. So that is a reason why they maybe also saved certain saves, but they have gone for melee on purpose here. And we see Locke, for instance, with a very forward dock that he has placed. On the other side, for instance, Vivi has placed his dock on the left-hand side, which I find also quite revealing here. Why would you place a dog exactly over there? That is not the greatest fishing spot, if you ask me, in comparison to what you have in the south and especially what you have in the east. Is that a hint that Vivi might be interested into landing as quickly as possible?
I don't know. It could be. Vivi is known for the landings or forwards and so on. So I'm not sure, but yeah, I would made it on the other side where there's more fish. But yeah, I'm not sure what Vivi's gonna do. What's in his mind?
Yeah.
He might do something crazy. Let's see.
Right. Yeah, that might be happening. I mean, with Vivi having him in the team, anything can happen. We've seen it during ECL with those Descent Ring. Do you remember that map, Descent Ring, where you have those two islands in the middle?
I think I played that.
Yeah, he even trushed on that map. He is the type of guy who trushes on a map like this even, and yeah, I mean, regardless of the outcome, he's still up for some crazy action, which I always appreciate to see. So we'll have an eye on that one. Might be that Jibatong is going to click up very soon, by the way. He is very close to clicking up, and he's already gone for Loom, if I see that correctly.
Yeah, he's going up.
Yeah, that is going to be very interesting.
Super fast.
Super fast. I mean, with Portuguese, I do love me some Portuguese on water, also on land. They're very interesting with their gold saving bonus in comparison. They are just fighting with others equally. They might save up a lot of resources there. And also, of course, on water, their bonus also nice. Very interesting.
Seems like Mr. Yo is doing some fast castle with Malians. I'm not. I think he's gonna go maybe fast castle and then boom in the middle, or just fast castle and war galleys. But yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna go to the middle. Influencer shouldn't have comms there, so it's gonna be tricky for him. Let's see what he's gonna do.
Yeah, true, true. I'm also looking forward to seeing what exactly Flu is gonna do, because as you said, with this Spanish you have the chance to actually make it happen, drop a forward castle, and then go out there. On the island we have a lot of additional resources. We even have Dracont over there, the Commodore Dragons, very nice, and a lot of wood patches. So basically the most essential part in the middle, and if the Kongs are around, it's gonna be very, very dangerous for the opposition. Gibatong on the way to the next stage. His next moves most likely water aggression, as he has somewhat forward docks here, so I assume that he's gonna go for it. Yeah, there we have it. Fire galleys now in the making. Beautiful.
Yep. Jibitong is already adding a third dock. I see.
Nice.
So he's investing so much in water already. Seems like he's gonna go full rush on ink. Interesting.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Maybe also, I mean, let's check out his point of view here. He doesn't know who he is up against, just for the record.
Well, he knows there's somebody, right?
Yeah, sure. I just wonder if, if he knew that it was ink, then he could say, I'm going to take that one. That worked so nicely last time. I'll just go there right away again. Also for the records, the Chinese players, they are already on the enemy, or not on the enemy island, but just in the middle island, because they have some nice turkeys in the middle to do the scouting.
Yeah.
And if we look at that from the point of view of USA, I guess none of the players are currently having any kind of information about the middle section of the map. So that is it. The raiding has already started. Jibatong is focusing on the fishing economy of Ink. On the right hand side, if you look at these things that are currently happening, Locke doesn't surprise me. He has actually the aggressor over here. Though on water, aggression is a bit of a tricky one. Home advantage might be very, very relevant. And then we might be up against a lot of enemy fire galleys very soon. A reason for Locke to regroup again once he gets that last fishing mode. Not possible.
I feel like Ink has invested in too much fish. He was docking at the front and he did like 9 fishing ships. And it was actually so risky. Because if you do so much fish, you can't afford so much fire galleys.
Yeah, that is a strange decision. Yeah.
I think if you want to do so much fish, you should dock at the back, in my opinion. It's better.
Yeah, that is for certain. As you said, it's very risky, and there is not too much of a reason for that one to.
Ink
put
is
those
already looking bad.
Yeah.
Because of that investment on fish, and I think he's gonna lose all that fish at some point.
Yeah, that is of course not ideal at all. Flew, by the way, as expected, heavily on stone. He has gotten loom already, and he is going for castle age. So I assume transport ships is going to be very relevant. Speaking of which, it's actually Ink with the first transport ship in the game here, and now Yo as well. And Yo is actually going to make something out of that. He's now garrisoning a couple of vills inside of his transport ship together with a scout. And as you said, it potentially is just going to go for what? The boom. Might be.
I think so, but I'm not. He's gonna do maybe monks to defend from the cons. Should be. He's doing a barrack actually in the middle.
Really?
That's interesting.
True.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it.
Do you see it already? Or?
Yeah, I see it. He's going there, and he's about to build it. Very interesting that he does that. Does he want to go for? I mean, you said monks are a possibility. What if he just goes for camels then, right?
I don't think camels should work against Kongs. They have so much attack. If you get like 4 or 5 Kongs, you can just hit and run. And the camels won't do much.
So you think he's not going to build a stable, but something else?
Well, he did. He's doing that right now. 2 stables.
Uh-huh. So you think knights or camels?
Well, I think camels, but it's not good.
Yeah. I mean, I often see it.
Well, let's see.
Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen.
Maybe Yo has some crazy micro I don't know about. So let's see.
We'll see. We'll see. The castle's now in the making, though. So
Oh, look! Oh, he's doing a tower. He's trying to stop the castle. Mister, oh, he's going back. He was building the foundation where the castle's built, but
oh
he
I
just
see it
removed
now.
that.
Okay, I need to fast forward a tiny bit. I guess you're ahead just a few seconds. My way.
Just a bit. That's not
He's
really
actually still
good.
going forward, right? No, he's now stopped.
He's going back. He's going
Okay, I
back.
was fast forward a tiny bit more, and now we
And
should.
now he's doing knights actually and camels. Well, this army is pretty useless, I would say, from Yo.
Yeah, against that castle, not much is gonna happen. I'm sure of that. Just for the record, on the right-hand side, how things are developing. It's Vivi with the absolute water control, as it seems. A lot of navy. The dogs of Locke under massive pressure. On the left-hand side, surprisingly well for Ink, actually, if you look at that.
Yeah, he managed to survive a lot of fish actually.
Yeah.
And he's not that well. Jibbertong is already up. What the hell? Oh, Ink is also castaway.
Yeah, that's it. That's actually okay.
It's actually looking pretty decent there. All right.
Okay, I like it. I like it. Back to the middle here. For the records, the Kongs are in the making. TC also by Influencer.
Monastery from Mr. Yo now.
Yeah, so it's going to be a combination of both camels and monks, it seems. Okay, okay. Let's check out how this is going to go.
I'm not. I think I might even like the position of USA at the moment because they have Kongs in the middle. But yeah. I mean, if Influence is gonna give a lot of time to Mr. Yo, he might be able to save himself. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah, it could be very interesting. It's also interesting to see that Ink is now actually the aggressor over here. He doesn't see the army of Jibbertong on the left-hand side, I strongly assume, as Jibbertong is currently hiding there. But very soon he's going to engage once he has prepared a next set of units consisting of demolition rafts. As Ink anticipates this, somehow he moves away as he doesn't want to have any contact to these units.
He might be moving to Mr. Yo, to the fish.
Yeah, could also be. There's a lot of juicy fish to attack.
That would be good. If he kills all the fish from Mr. Yo, then he can't do anything. Can't make any camels anymore.
Yeah, that will be tough, for sure, because Yo doesn't have enough farms yet. Not at all. So he would not be able to afford both camel production and a healthy economy, consisting of at least 3 TCs actually.
Alright, he's moving to Mr. Yo, yeah. Let's see. But Jibbertong's chasing him. It could also be a waste of his army, actually. If he doesn't get too much fish kills. Let's see.
Yeah. Let's see. That's going to be very interesting. The development so far looking good for both teams. As I said, for USA it's quite nice. But I feel that the Kongs so far have been very, very passive here. But
yeah,
that might have a reason.
He could have done more, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He can still do damage. I mean... But yeah, he could have done more in time. Okay. Now he's sniping a monk. A second monk from his own.
Wait. Are you forward once again like that? Oh
man.
Yeah,
really? Where are you?
I'm at 24 now. 24.
I'm 24 as well.
Yeah, I just fast forwarded now. I just fast forwarded.
Okay.
I know.
Well, I don't know. It's a bit of those Rexar. Sometimes it speeds up. I don't know how.
It happens. It happens. It's just with records and co-casting. It's tough. But hey, we're doing our best, and so is hopefully Locke, who is under massive pressure in the back of his own island, where we have Vivi just going for the foundations of dogs, even full aggression.
Well, I think Influenza might lose all his fish to Vivi. If Vivi realizes he can go to Influenza base, and then he has 24 fishing ships, they are going to be down.
Yeah, that will be tough.
But Influenza is going to win. That's true.
Yeah, okay. What do you think about the Spanish in Imp in a situation where they are actually, where they actually have to act with their conquistadors? I always think that conquistadors lose their meaning once it's time for Imperial Age, but it's Influenza going there. The question is, do you think it's going to be more conks from now on, or anything else that we could see from him?
Should be more conks and traps, because Influenza is doing the 4th castle now, and he can make traps on that, and I don't see how Mr. Yo can stop that, actually. He has no castle. He's not going in. And yeah, I think he's just gonna die, to be honest.
That will be very interesting. Also, just for the record, left-hand side, Jibatong still not able to ultimately deal with his opponent yet. He has war galleys now, and resource-wise, he's going to click up very soon as well, which is not
Yeah.
going to be the case for Ink, by the way, as he's now in the middle. He has his TCs. He's even going for scale armor, very interestingly. He's going to help out, actually, Influenza
Yeah,
here.
skill mill armor. Well, it seems like Vivi is going to Influenza now, and that's the right choice. Kill as much economy from Influenza.
Yeah, that
You
makes
can.
sense. That makes sense. Locke is busy himself already, so why not hurting the pocket player who's actually the main force on the island here? So if you are able to actually make sure that his Kong production is harmed and that he is busy with other stuff, that might give the Chinese players a shot here to actually take over the islands. But we'll see. As I said, for Yo, I really don't know how he's going to be able to defend himself now.
Well, if he can get to maybe a Farimba camels, then maybe. But I
Yeah.
mean, if he's fighting under a castle, that should be really bad for him as well. So I still think he's gonna die. Let's see.
No.
He might hold.
Yeah, we'll see. It's Yo after all, right? We know that he is quite capable of dealing with quite some complex situations, and
And
therefore,
now
oh my god,
traps, I guess, from Influenza.
yeah, that will be very tough though. Doesn't have enough time. Yo needs a bit more time, at least 3 more minutes actually, to have a nice amount of camels with Farimba ideally and so on. But
I don't think he has that time, but
yeah, not at all. Actually, not at all. What's happening on the right hand
well,
side of this island, by the way, is actually Ink dropping a castle himself.
oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, but that's
Okay.
actually nice. I mean, the score
Oh,
says SY is ahead, but I would say USA is ahead because they have way more middle control.
oh my god, though, that castle, man. Do you see that? That was a hold. But I
I
guess
see
the...
the castle. I see the castle. Oh, I see the wall. I see it now. There's a like a diagonal gate.
Yeah. Exactly. Diagonal gate that is actually, well, not
But yeah,
ideal.
he's getting that.
But that castle is actually going up regardless. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, it
Okay.
doesn't really matter as long as Influenza kills Mr. Yo, then the game could be for USA. I don't see anybody else in the middle except for Yo and Influenza doing a lot of army there.
Hmm.
Oh, now I see barracks is from Ink. Seems like he's adding Hobbs. That's the right choice. Kongs and Hobbs should be a good combo.
Yeah, exactly. Just to deal
But
with the
yeah, his castle
units.
age is Pikeman's actually, not Hobbs.
Yeah, right. Of course, as he's still in castle age. But still, I like the combination as well because then the camels will at least somewhat struggle there. And yeah, Yo, what is happening with him? He has lost the TC in the middle, the castle is gone, and he's about to lose much more. As I said, they only have a little time left, but I like the amount of camels for now.
Yeah, they
Influenza
are
should
good.
be careful though. Heavy camels now incoming very soon. No Farimba though.
Yeah. The score is like so inflated because they have all the water,
Yeah.
SY, but in the middle I think
Oh, I didn't expect this though, but Jibatong is actually now really aggressive on the water. I gotta be honest, I did not expect this because it looked somewhat acceptable for Ink, but that's now looking very bad for him. Right hand side is still the question that is not being answered yet because Vivi and Locke are constantly having this war in the water, which is very nice to see. But the left hand side now very bad for Ink as he's being fully
oh I see
surrounded.
castle is being denied by Locke. On the right hand of the island, of the main islet, there's a castle from Vivi.
Oh yeah. What about that castle? Let's see if that's gonna go
But
up.
he will. I think he will make it.
Now let's see.
We need more pikes from Ink. That's I think so.
Yeah, that would be very helpful. Yo's getting Farimba. Now it's gonna get very dangerous though, because I feel
Yeah, I
now.
don't know. I felt like maybe Influenza could have done more. But yeah,
Yeah,
he killed some DCs, but I mean, he didn't kill so much first.
yeah, that's true, but still, Yo is still on 98, 99 villagers now. Influenza only on 72. He is in a situation where he must kill more. So if you say he should have done more, I fully agree, because I mean he has all those Kongs, and I talked about the strength and impact of Kongs in the Imperial Age. Well, as long as you are the one in Imperial Age with your Kongs, it's fine. But what if the other opponents are there as well? They might be able to find a solution against you very soon. This is the reason they're calling it GG right now. Right hand
Aye, aye,
side,
aye.
Locke has finally lost. Left hand side, Ink was completely surrounded anyway and made useless with 63 votes for both Ink and
Yep,
Locke.
GG.
It's GG. Wow.
Hmm.
Unfortunate. In my opinion, USA had a decent chance here.
Yeah, I felt like maybe Influencer could have done Hobbs himself. Like if he'd done stopped comp production and just went some Hobbs in front,
Mm-hmm.
might be better. Because Ink was too slow with making pikes, and he was also still Castle Age.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, both Ink and Locke remained in cast stage till the end, interestingly. So they've invested so
Well,
much to be able to fight against their opponents, while the opponents were actually able to boom in the background, or at least get enough resources to get those Imperial upgrades up. And yeah, Jibatong also very low number of villagers, but his aggression made him win the war on the left, and Ink was overwhelmed. Locke was overwhelmed. Influencer alone could not do it anymore. Was also too slow because the help was missing. And here we are. It's a 2-0 situation. Next game is match point game for SY. Let's see where this is going.
is this gonna be home map for SY or for USA now? I'm not sure.
I believe it should be for SY now. It should be for them now because I think that game number 2 is, well, basically the loser's game and then the winner's game and so on. Okay. So before we start, I want once again to everyone who's new here, there is going to be a raffle currently. We have a situation going on. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition can be won. If you type in !raffle, you'll participate. For that one, you need to be a follower of the channel. Subscribers get double the chance in order to win it. If you're a subscriber already, go for it. You have double the chances. If not, think about it. Do you want to pay for Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, or do you want to pay it for the subscription? The answer is evident. Therefore, we'll do that. Just a second.
I will go to the toilet.
Yeah,
Be
no
right back.
worries, man. We have time. Okay. We'll proceed in a second. And then we'll find out what's going to happen. Oh, Golbus in the chat as well. Wonderful. Like I've said, guys, !raffle. And if we would be able to actually find a solution for the scoreboard, I would very much appreciate this. But old man cannot deal with the technology of today, I guess. Never had such problems on my own channel, but who cares about me? Okay, we are currently running an ad. So we'll let that ad run. And in the meantime, I'm trying to fix whatever is the issue. Just quickly see. We don't have a scoreboard for whatever reason. Oh, and there's actually also no... Okay. Very interesting.
I'm back. Hello.
Welcome, welcome. Just a quick second. We'll proceed in a second. Just figuring out some stuff with the scoreboard because it's simply gone, and you know I have no idea why that is. And ah,
The scoreboard.
the scoreboard is gone. Okay, well, we'll proceed without and find a solution later on. So then it's time for game number 3.
I will launch a guy and then pause.
Yes, let's do it like that. I'll also launch it in the background. Let's see how this is gonna go.
Okay, I'm inside. 2 seconds.
Okay, okay.
Whoa, this map.
Okay, okay, okay. Awesome. Then I would say that we can start in 3,
Yes.
2, 1, go. Alright,
Yeah.
so we got that, and then I need to click this and that and this and that. And in the end, we're in now without the scoreboard because life is just beautiful. And here we are. So once again, what is up, man? What is up? GoldenEnd and me here. And this is going to be game number 3. The score is 2-0 for SY. And we'll start on the right-hand side. And we have Influencer as the flank with the Huns. His pocket is going to be Ink with the Mongols. And Locke is the other flank with Celts. On the other side, we have not Mans, but Spanish for Vivi. And then there's the pockets, that is Yo with the Huns. Last but not least, as I love to say, Gibatong Mayans. And we are on Oasis. It is a rather light version of Oasis. The amount of wood is drastically reduced. And may I personally add that I see a lot more wood on the left-hand side than on the right-hand side. Just for the record, in case this is a 2-hour game, this might be very, very decisive, but we'll see. Yeah, so GoldenEnd, any thoughts about the map, the civs, the players, anything?
Well, the civs are really good for SY. They have main flank and Spanish with Vivi on the other side. Might be towers. And then they have Hunt's pocket, which are, of course, super strong with knights. Scouts into knights. And then for USA, they have Kel's flank. I think he's going to go something like Minotaurs. And Mongol's pocket, which is, I think, scouts, super fast scouts. And they have Hunt's flank as well, which I don't know what it's going to do. Maybe archers, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it should be better shift for SY because they have May and the Spanish flag. It should be really strong. But Influencer's laming.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I got it as well. He's taking that boar like it's his own, and he's doing it really nicely, in my opinion. Yeah, looking really good. He stole the boar, and that was the boar of Gibatong, just for the record. Besides that, I have not seen anyone else laming anything here so far. But why not? Why not? Just take that boar, and then take yourself a nice advantage like that, and pretty much create a disadvantage for your opponent. Also, big thing. And as we all know from Oasis, it's also a lot about walling here. I just see, first of all, is that all the sheep and goats of Locke on the left-hand side? I think so. I think
A lot of sheeps. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think he, I don't know, might stole some?
Yeah, it's interesting. I'm slightly confused that we have goats and sheep and things like that. Unfortunate, but for Influencer, as you can see, double goat here. Not so nice, not so nice. Yeah, and also the scouts are now having a dance on the left-hand side. It's a dance between Vivi and Locke here. Vivi now successfully walling up, but pretty close to his own base, for the record. He's not able to go for that corner or something. We'll see.
He might go fast castle Kongs then if he's walling already. He won't go first, I think.
Yeah. that might very well be a thing as well like that. I mean, in my opinion, having the Spanish in the team, I mean, that team bonus, it is just awesome. For the trade, it will be just so much more impactful than for others. Something we've also seen during ECL a lot, the Spaniards and Oasis, just really beautiful. We'll have a look how much that is going to matter. These games tend to be a longer one. Will be very interesting. And looking forward to seeing the walling from Influenza at some point or from Gibaton. Currently, none of them are doing it. And as I said it, there is a high tendency when it comes to towers. On the left-hand side, it doesn't seem like this anymore. Maybe on the right-hand side, we'll see something like that. Because Gibaton, now placing his barracks. Influenza already on the way to the next stage. He was on 3 vills on wood. He still is. So he might go for some super fast scouts. I mean, not super fast as for other civs, just like Mongols, but he's trying it, which I appreciate to see. And
Do you see where Locke lost something? Because I see a dead from his side, but he still has a scout. And
yeah, it's a Vil that died. It's a Vil that died. Just under his TC next to the dead boy, there is a chillin' skeleton. He lost the Vil to a boy.
He lost one to the boar, I guess.
Yeah, he lost it to the boy. Unfortunate, man. Unfortunate.
Well,
yeah, this is it.
Seems like Ink is not going for scouts. He's Mongols, but he seems like he's doing fast castle, actually. I think that's a smart decision because Vivi is already walled, so if you go scouts there, you can't do anything.
Right?
Maybe on the other side you could help, but I mean, I think it's still a good decision going for now for Mingrais.
Wow. I'm quite surprised.
Yeah, could be also Knights. I'm not sure. Could be also Knights.
Yeah,
I don't see Moonstone yet.
Yeah, that could be very helpful. He's indeed not in stone, so might be just Knights here. On the right-hand side, we have
Gibaton and Influenza are walking past each other. What's this? What's this?
Yeah, normally that happens a lot on Oasis, and then it results in a Vil fight. And Influenza, maybe with his nomad skills now, knowing exactly what he has to do.
Oh, but there are 4 militias.
Oh my god!
4 militias already from Gibaton. And Influenza has no militias, so it should be really bad.
Yeah, this is far from ideal over here, and I reckon that Flu is now going to have a very tough time like that.
And also his pocket is not helping. No, it's actually really bad.
Yeah.
It's going to be probably 2 versus 1 into Influenza.
Yeah, that is really grim here currently, and I see 3 units already lost here for Influenza. Very bad, very bad. He's now going for scouts, but he is going to have a super weakened economy. He's also going to lose the wood unless he's fighting against the towers now. We have men-at-arms, we have an eagle, and I'm not so sure how much the scouts will be helpful because the men-at-arms, 4 men-at-arms like that with full HP against a couple of scouts, they will have a nice time there, at least dealing with them. And if just, making sure the scouts will not be as effective. Or is it going to be the time for Influenza? No. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. He might even lose his wood line. There we go.
This is the only wood line that he actually has for now. So he has to make a new lumber camp somewhere else. He has no wood income right now. It's really bad.
Yeah. Left-hand side, for the record, also Locke dropping a couple of outposts over here. As he has seen that his opponent is going for double walls. Also, heavy investment by Locke, if you ask me, which I don't appreciate to see. Might be a bit too late for this kind of investment. And now that Vivi is in the next stage, he'll be able to drop himself a watchtower to make sure that Locke is not going to go anywhere.
He should be fine.
Yeah, on the right-hand side, it still continues, right? Blue is dealing with the enemy tower, but Gibaton dropping another one.
Yeah, and it still denies the wood for a bit, so...
Yeah.
Still, it's bad for Influenza.
Exactly, and the second boar, by the way...
Maybe Gibaton could send some pikes forward as well, just to deal with some scouts, I don't know. To kill better.
Yeah, it could be
not doing that.
Useful, for sure. Yeah, it's far from ideal for our Persian Habib. Or Influenza, it's not looking too healthy. Losing a Vil like that. He didn't take a second boar, by the way. Also not too good. He's under massive pressure. Wow, even more Vils here on the barriers are getting wrecked. This is very bad. 21 Vils here currently. In comparison to Yo and Gibaton, 30 Vils. Vivi also 30 Vils. What to do, man?
To another wood now?
Yeah, but he can take as much from
Oh no,
otherwise
mining cap actually.
with how many vills? 7 vills. This is very bad. This is very bad, and I feel sorry now that they're in this situation. But it's just that they cannot withstand the aggression of the SY players, as it seems. They are constantly one step ahead, and they are just able to deal damage. But just at this point, sniping a Vil here successfully, Influenza at least. But he needs to kill how many Vils more? Probably 7 more to equalize the situation entirely.
Well, Influenza's doing scouts, and he has 2 farms working at the moment. No way he can do more scouts with 2 farms.
Yeah. I mean, he is on bears as well, but we all know how that's gonna go. It's very bad. I mean, Jibatong is actually able to drop a tower in the back of Influencer's base and zoning off a gold like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems like Fat Pig is also defending on the other side, and he's going castles. So he will go into Kongs, and Locke is not walled, so he will die versus the Kongs, I think so. Or because he's also far from castaways.
Nomad is actually mentioning something. Look at what Ink is doing in the meantime. He's just dropping.
He's just booming. He's just like, fuck you guys, I'm just gonna boom.
Yeah, this is unfortunate, man. I guess this will not work like that. I mean,
all his team is dying, and then
let me ask you this: what would you expect from a pocket right now? I mean, what kind of help do you require as you're influencer? What you need from your pocket at the moment?
Well, now it's already too late. I think maybe scouts would have been better actually from Ink, because now the damage is already done. But maybe I think Influenza could have done Manotoms as well. I think the scout play was a bit too greedy.
Yeah. It's. Damn,
and then his pocket also not doing scouts, and then Mr. Yo came with scouts, so it was 2v1, so he died. Yeah, that was really bad.
Okay. Well, let's see if that's gonna work, because the big idea here of Ink is to basically boom as much as possible, and then what? I mean, let me understand this correctly. He is dropping the monastery as well, so I actually reckon that he is going to drop a castle at some point, but he's actually going for a monastery here. I wonder why he does that. For what reason might that be helpful currently?
He might be expecting knights, but Mr. Yo's still food away, so
yeah, also
don't
very
see
interesting.
any. I think it's a bit too early that monastery. I mean, Yo has so many scouts. Why would you make a monastery now? Just gonna get sniped.
Yeah.
I'll just do walls and towers and spears from spears.
Yeah. It's a very, very tough situation. I mean, I really failed to find a solution now, especially how they did to Flu here. I mean, what does he have? A couple of farms working?
Locke is walling all the map now.
On
the left side. I mean, I think probably he's expecting Kongs, but I mean, Vivi doesn't even have a castle yet, so
yeah,
there are not going to be any Kongs.
They're just guessing at this point, which is somewhat understandable, especially if they're just so far behind and they cannot afford to do some proper scouting. Look at what Influence is actually doing here. He wants to go for more aggression, which I find, I mean, it's of course destroying the already destroyed economy of his, but we've seen many players doing this kind of thing and somewhat be successful about it, but
I think Influence is already dead. He can probably not come back in this game, so he's just trying to slow down Jibatong as much as he can. And I think that's the play, and then Ink tries to kill both. But I don't think it's gonna happen.
Now let's check it out. Let's GG.
I mean, Ink has so many kills ahead.
Yeah. GG, they say.
Oh, they're GGing already.
Well,
that's a bit early, I would say. But yeah, this was looking tough, though.
Yeah, considering what has happened to Flu and how, how much Log was behind, despite his efforts, it was not possible to actually do any kind of damage here, which is very unfortunate, especially because I like these dudes from USA team, my Persian brothers, as I call them. Yeah, it's still the skill gap. I would strongly reckon the reason for the result. It was a one-sided matchup here, and pretty much probably most of the people have expected a result like that. I still like that they have actually done some great things in game number 2.
Yeah,
right?
that was looking At some point, it was looking good for USA.
Yeah,
They
exactly.
did good there.
Exactly. Ink was actually quite brave on water. Flu had the upper hand on the middle island, but in the end, they were too slow when it came to team moves, and yeah, it just didn't work out anymore. And in the end, it led to this 3-0 situation. Still, congrats to SY. They are now proceeding, of course, and the team greatest of USA are out of the tournament, but still have actually, yeah, played better than other teams for sure. At least the teams that I've seen, a couple of them were definitely underperforming, and there's no reason for them to be ashamed to have gone to such a kind of result against SY, I would say. So they also deserve our respect over here, and congrats to SY.
Congrats.
Congrats. So we are going back now. Hopefully we'll find a solution for the upcoming games.
For the record, aye.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. I'm supposed to actually co-cast with Joshua, but I'm not even sure how that's gonna go. But we'll switch to. We will also do the color changes. People were mentioning this one for the next set. Inconsistencies within the games are not so good. But yeah, let's have a quick look, GoldenEnd. Maybe we'll find something interesting to talk about when it comes to the brackets, because now that they have played. Let me check out the brackets here. Nomad has posted it there, and we'll have the upcoming situation. So SY has won, and we'll very soon see Aftermath versus Heresy. Yeah, about that one, I might talk about that with Joshua. But SY are there, and they, if they would win against the winner of Aftermath and Heresy, they will most likely be up against either Secret or VNA Argentina or so, but I think Secret is gonna go quite far in this tourney. And it might be SY versus Secrets in the semifinals later on next week. Do you have any favorite in this whole tournament? Would that be SY, Secret, Aftermath?
I have to find the brackets first.
Yeah, sure.
I think I found them now.
Yeah, I can send it to you as well.
I have them.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, I see. Yeah. SY, Secret. Yeah, I think, let's see, Vietnam Legends for Argentina A. Is that already played or not yet?
No, that's not. That's gonna be played on Sunday. VNA Argentina.
But yeah, I think Heresy versus Suomi. Interesting match. I mean, Heresy has good players now, so
exactly.
It's going to be tricky.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's really hard to say who's going to win it. There are a lot of good teams. SY, Secret, Suomi, Heresy as well. Also the outsiders. I think they all have potential to win it. I think it all depends who's going to prepare for the matches. I think maybe some teams don't prepare, and then they might get surprised by some other teams who do. So yeah, let's see.
Okay. Yeah, I also think that they're very strong teams. I mean, outsiders are a very interesting alliance, in my opinion. I mean, you can tell me yourself. How did you find the matchup against Alliance in total? It was a 3-2 in the end. It was very tight. You estimate them to be strong enough to actually go forward in this kind of tournament?
I don't think so. They didn't prepare. I know they didn't prepare.
Okay.
So, but they still won against us. But it depends. If they're gonna prepare now, then maybe they can take a game. But
yeah,
I don't think they're gonna win versus the outsiders. That's a really strong team.
Very, very interesting. Okay. Right. And then we also have Suomi, of course. Heresy, as I said, they have very, very good players now. Dogao, Miguel. That's going to be extremely valuable. There's so many good teams, man. It's nice. And yeah, all in the 3v3. Also, question to you, Goldie. What do you think about 3v3s? Do you like it, those team games? Especially in comparison to 4v4s, for instance?
But it's more tricky, I think so, because in 4 versus 4 you have like a pocket and a flank, and then on the other side, a pocket and a flank. But in 3 versus 3, you have 2 flanks and only 1 pocket. So you have to make good decisions on what side you're going to go, where to position your army. Yeah, you have to make good decisions with your team.
Yeah.
So I think it's harder to do than a 4 versus 4.
Yeah, it's gonna be. This is what I also like about 3v3s, because it's always gonna be tricky, as you said, with the pocket position, especially where to go to and stuff like that. I do like that. I hope that in the future we'll have more of these tournaments for sure, more team games. This is of course a nice addition. I'm personally a 1v1 fan, but the variety is the key here. And yeah, when it comes to team games, I do prefer me some 3v3s over anything else. That's just yeah, more exciting in my opinion. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is it. That is it. So I mean, I didn't expect that the matchup would end that early, but it has happened.
Oh
So
well.
yeah, it happens, man. It happens. So Goldie, man, I hope I didn't take too much of your time, but
No,
I
no, no. It
did
was a pleasure,
appreciate
man. It
it.
was a pleasure. Maybe next time with the recordings
Yeah,
a
we'll
bit
have it even more
easier.
fluently. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We'll
Yeah.
do it for sure. And yeah, until then, I still wish you a lot of good games in the future. It was a pleasure having you here, and hopefully again in the very close future, my friend.
Yeah. And you, good luck with the cast.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes. See
Golden.
ya.
See you, man. Take care, bro. Bye bye.
Bye bye.